Hello, everyone. This is me, Sam Besla. I'm the co-founder of Decodr Technologies, and I welcome you to this exclusive program wherein we will be talking about how you can use LinkedIn for your career growth. Now, there are many things that you can do to build your career, and having the right skills with practical experience and working on live projects and case studies is definitely one of the most important things. Then you would also realize that having all those skills and everything is not enough. There are so many people who are really hardworking and they have great skills but still do not get their dream jobs. And during the careers also, they keep working hard and they don't get the promotions that they deserve, they don't get the money that they deserve, and this is really, really frustrating and hardworking. Thankfully, you have tools and platforms like LinkedIn, and using these platforms effectively, you can actually grow in your career really, really fast. So in this presentation, I'm going to take you through the steps that you should be using, the tools that you should be using, and those little hacks that you can use to really build your career that you always wanted. So here is something that we will take you through today. But first of all, let me give you a little bit more introduction about who I am. As I told you in the beginning, I'm the co-founder and investor in Decodr Technologies. Previously, I have been a serial entrepreneur. I am a serial entrepreneur. In fact, in the last almost a decade, I have built 9 different startups, and most of them have been fairly successful, not in the billion-dollar spaces you might be seeing, but we did decently well, and it's been really proud thing for me personally. Now, I'm really active on social media. There are almost 250,000 people who follow me on different platforms. LinkedIn, out of all of that, has about 225,000 followers. And I engage with people, I share my ideas and views, and that's a fantastic learning experience for myself also. In my previous career, about 20 years, half of that I spent in working different organizations, small, medium to large, wherein primarily I've been into people management, people development. So I hired and trained over 100,000 professionals on almost everything from sales to marketing to branding to people management to conflict resolution to general management and all those sort of stuff. In 2018, one of my passions really came forth, and I took this road trip of about 5,000 kilometers on the roads and the streets of India. I went to small cities and towns of the country, and I interacted with young people, the parents, and the teachers, and I want to understand how the digital technologies, including data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, internet, social media, is impacting their lives and their careers, and how they are using all of these things to build their careers. So that was a wonderful thing for me personally. I learned a lot and inspired me very much. So when I came back, I wanted to do something so that I could give back to those young and hardworking people in the smaller cities and smaller towns. And one of the things that I realized that technology is changing the way everything is being done. It is changing the way the jobs are being filled. It is changing the kind of jobs that are available. And unfortunately, India has been a country wherein we have 350 million young people in schools and colleges today. And the education system that they're going through is not preparing them for the kind of jobs that are available. I mean, data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, all these are killing jobs every day. And unfortunately, the schools and the colleges and the education system that we follow is not preparing young people for those kind of jobs which are available. And that's why one of the things that we did to start Decodr Technologies, wherein our mission is to help young people and the ones who cannot afford very expensive technology trainings and cannot go to the IITs and IIMs of the world, to be able to give them world-class technology trainings and skills at an affordable price so that they can also dream and build their careers into the modern technologies of the world. So that is a little bit of introduction about me. More you can find about me on Google. You can type my name. You can follow me on social media, including LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. And I will be very happy to engage and share my ideas and answer questions probably. Of course, if I do have time for that. Okay, so what are you going to learn today? I have these 4 things that are on top of my mind, and I think these are very important, very specific. And one of the top things that you would be learning today is why having the right skills is simply not enough. Now, that may be a heartbreaking thing for a lot of us, because we've been taught that if you work hard and if you have the right skills, rest of the things can be taken care of. Unfortunately, that's not true. And I'm going to talk about that why. Then I would be talking about why building a network and relationships matters a lot for your career, and how you can do that for yourself. And then I'm going to move on to talk specifically LinkedIn as a social media platform and why this platform is so important for your career. And it does not matter whether you are trying to get a job or eventually trying to start a business of your own, or maybe just trying to learn from different people and build a network. You can be having any objective, any idea in your mind, but LinkedIn is one platform which can open up the doors of the opportunities for you all across the globe. So I'm going to talk about that. And lastly, I would be spending time on how you can use LinkedIn effectively to get your dream job, right? What are the tools and the steps and the methods that you can use, the hacks that you can use, and what is the method or the formula, as I say, that you can use, which I have used for myself to grow LinkedIn account from 4,000 followers to over 200,000 followers in about 2 years' time. And the same techniques and the methods we use for our clients in Grand Samosa, wherein we've helped more than 50 businesses and over 500 professionals to really grow their LinkedIn accounts, to build their brands, and to create images for themselves, their brand image, and land up job opportunities and career opportunities because of that. This is a very high class and really practical strategy and method that we have been using and practicing for over 2 years now, and has given tremendous results, not only to myself personally, but also to our clients and the people that I've been able to teach and help so far. So I'm really hopeful, and I know it, that if you apply the methods and the tools that we're going to teach you in this program and going forward for whatever 4-5 weeks of your course are there with us, I know that if you apply them, you will be able to build a great career, a great network, build relationships with people who matter, and get your dream jobs. All right, so if you're ready, just let me know in the comment section if you're excited about it and if you understood what we are doing here. Let me know in the comment section, and I would be excited to move forward with this. Okay, fantastic. That's good. That's really good. Great. So let us move further, and here's a question that I want you to answer for me, which is what to do to get a dream job in the industry, right? You're all trying to become data scientists and start your careers in data science, because this is a wonderful industry and a great technology which is changing a lot of things in the world and how things are happening, and there's a great opportunity. But how do you get into the industry? How do you start and to get a job that you always wanted in the industry? Okay, what is it that important? To my mind, the answers can be a lot or different answers, but it just summarizes 2 points, and one of them is the right skills, of course, right? The skills, you've got to know the skills, and the skills are not enough. I say you need to have the right skills, okay? And what is it, the right skill? The right skills are something that the industry needs, okay? So the tools and the methods, the platforms and everything. And over the course of this program that you've joined with us at Decodr, you will be taught all of those skills, okay? That's technical skills data scientists should have. So that's one thing. Of course, the second thing that you need is practical exposure, okay? Having the right skills is not enough. You need to have some practical exposure, meaning you need to work on the projects and the case studies, and these are the right and practical things that the industry uses, okay? And you got to be working on that, because when you sit in front of an interviewer and they're going to ask you questions, they're going to give you some tests, and which are going to study or understand whether you know the things on the practical ground also, okay? So having the right skills and the practical exposure is absolutely important to start your career. But trust me, that is still not enough, all right? And let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen someone which is a very hardworking person and with great skills, but still they do not get that promotion or that pay hike that they always deserve? And you look at them and you go, oh my God, this dude is so hardworking, this is so good, and still he's not getting that promotion, and he's not getting that the pay hike, the salary increment that they always wanted. I'm sure you have, right? And that's frustrating, isn't it? This is really, really frustrating. But you can either think about it, you can either get frustrated about it and cry about it and keep sitting and do nothing, or you can understand that why that happens. And this should be enough and sufficient to convince you that having the right skills and practical skills is not enough. What you need to do is you need to know the right people, all right? You need to have the right connections with right people, and that is as important as having the right skills, right? So the reason they miss out those promotion opportunities or those salary hikes is because being good is not enough. The world must also see that you are good, right? That is more important. So having right skills is one part, but then the world also need to see that you have the right skills and you are the right person, meaning you need to know the right people and they also need to see you in the right light. Okay, so let me share some of the statistics about the hiring in the world and during the pandemic and beyond. So if you can see these lines, the hiring from 2005 to 2008, 2020, the hiring has been increasing, and the jobs and requirement was good. But as you can see that March this year, and after that, the hiring almost halted big time. There's a huge drop in the way companies are hiring people, and this is all across the board. Okay, this is not a related and restricted to only data science. It is across the board. Now, does that mean that there is nothing positive coming out? Of course not. There are things which are good also. I'm going to share with you in the next slide that you got to also understand that the pandemic is going to get over soon, but the industries are going to come back, and but what you need to understand that the changes that the pandemic has brought in, those changes are going to be remaining there permanently. So here is what is most important. So according to a research, and you can read about these articles and everything, the only way, which is like now and beyond, how industries are going to hire, you need to understand is that what works better is cold emailing and LinkedIn outreach. Now, this is my favorite point, wherein I advise people that you have been trained in an environment wherein you were told that, okay, just do this degree, take this exam, and then the companies will come rushing to you. But that is no longer true. You cannot completely sit and wait for the companies, the jobs to come to you. You have to take a proactive approach wherein you are reaching out to the companies and the jobs, and you are finding out the jobs and then calling them and reaching out. And when you approach that strategy, when you apply that strategy, what works best as per the research and the market is cold emailing. Of course, you just find out people's emails and you write them emails, but LinkedIn outreach is one thing which works even better than the cold emailing, right? That's what industry says. Okay, that's what the people who are hiring, they say. Now, here's another research. In 2018 Career Builders Survey, it says that according to this survey, 70% of employers use social media to screen candidates during the hiring process, right? Business News Daily writes about this, and this research is published on their portal. You can go and search about this. Over 70% of employers use social media to screen candidates during the hiring process. Now that's a huge number, and that was 2018. Imagine what is happening in 2020. This number would have gone almost to 100%, right? And this is how your recruiters who are looking for jobs or who are looking for people like you, this is how they are hiring today. Now the question is, can they find you? Can they find you? When they search on social media, can they find you or not? So while it's important to audit every account, there are some platforms hiring managers are more likely to check, such as LinkedIn. This is what they say. The research says that they search about Facebook and Instagram and everything, but the most important platform that they look for is LinkedIn. So to most of the employers, they see LinkedIn as a secondary resume, and I'm one of those. Now, if that is true, if that is what industry is doing, you need to ask a question to yourself. If they were to look at your LinkedIn profile right now, would they be impressed? Will they be keen to hire you, or at least give you a call, or at least consider you for a job interview? Let me answer that question for you. So when all these hiring managers in the research, they were asked the question that would they call you for an interview? 47% said that they would not call a person for an interview if they cannot find them online. Right now, that's a huge number. And this is very simple, because if I can't find you online, it tells me subconsciously that you're hiding something. Then you're not honest. You're not open. You're not transparent. And no company wants to work with somebody who is not open and transparent and who's hiding something. And in the worst case scenario, even if we can find you, if we find you for the wrong reason, or you're not presenting yourself the best way possible, that's another big blow. And as these interviewers, they're saying that they would not even call you for an interview. Meaning, even if you're good, even if you have right skills, even if you're hardworking, even if you have practical knowledge, the interviewers will not call you simply for an interview if they cannot find you online. And when they say online, they say that LinkedIn is the secondary resume, meaning if they cannot find you on LinkedIn, then they will not call you for the interview. It does not matter what skills you have. It does not matter how you do it. Now imagine, I want to ask you this question. Imagine having connections with your future employers, the HR people, the vice president of data science, the head of department, the team leader in a particular department. Imagine your future employers and future bosses in these companies and having a connection with them. Imagine that you already know the vice president of Genpact or Cognizant or the product head of Paytm or Accenture or TCS or Dell or Fractolab. Now, if you already know them, you should be understanding that majority of the job, about 70% of the jobs, are never published and advertised. They're filled just based on the personal references. And if you're a team leader, for example, in a company, the basic need or the first preference you would give is to hire people that you already know. Meaning, if there are 20 jobs or 20 positions available, and if this person knows 15, those jobs will never be published. The question is, do you know these people? Do you have relationships with them? And if the answer is no, then you have a big problem. If the answer is yes, then voila, your career is safe. Okay. So why building your network with these people matters? Okay, that's a very simple question and very important one, of course. And it is said, or it's always said that your network is your net worth, right? You've heard about that. I know it. And then 70% of the people find job through connections in a company. That's an astonishing number. People who are already connected with people, with somebody who are there in the job or in a company. These networks tell them that, okay, here's an opening, get that. And these are the jobs which are never published. If you don't know enough people in the company that you want to get a job in, then those 70% jobs will never come to you, even if you are the deserving candidate. Okay, now my suggestion to you would be that you should not only connect with HRs for the job, they just screen your resume. You should also try and get in touch with the VPs and the heads of the departments and other people who probably would be your managers or your reporting bosses tomorrow, right? So that's why building a network with right people is so important. But why LinkedIn only? Okay, so let me share something about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is world's largest professional network. Over 600 million professionals are there on LinkedIn, right? And over 30 million companies are there. So literally almost every company you can find on LinkedIn, almost every professional who matters, of course, is there on LinkedIn, and you can reach out to them. This timing is so perfect because right now everybody is pushed and forced to use online and social, and every company is going on internet. If they were not relying earlier, the pandemic and the coronavirus made sure that they have to rely on LinkedIn, meaning they're searching, they're looking for people, they're making sure that the work from home job opportunities are available. So right now is the perfect time to go in there and showcase yourself and who you are and land that dream job opportunity that you always so wanted. All right, now the big question. Okay, how to dominate LinkedIn? How do you do that? All right, now you may be thinking that, okay, Sam, you may be thinking, okay, I got it. All right, I understood that having these skills and the tools and the knowledge is not enough and it's not sufficient. I understood that building the network with right people is important. I understood that this is how the hiring managers are hiring nowadays and going forward also. I gotta be there in the internet. I gotta be there on LinkedIn. But the question is how? Do you have a step? Do you have a process? And the answer to your question is yes, absolutely yes. We've experimented at thousands of times with a lot of people and delivered great results, including for myself. And I do have a process, and here is what I suggest. I'll quickly take you through, and then you can understand how you can dominate LinkedIn to build your personal brand and get that dream job that you always so wanted. First things first, most important, your profile. Your profile is the pillar, right? This is your identity. This is what the world is going to see it and know and think about you. So make sure it has a purpose. Right now, your profile should not be just a casual attempt at a resume. I see that people, their profiles are online resume rather than it should be your online interview pitch or online sales pitch. If I'm a job person, if I'm a HR person, if I'm coming to your profile headline summary should convince me, it should tell me why should I hire you, right? It should highlight the key things about you, who you are, not more than that, right? Or not less than that, I would say. Telling me exactly what you're looking for. And that's the most important part. So your profile is going to be the pillar, and make sure it has a purpose. Now, we have built some templates for you. At the end of the program, the career services team will be sharing some templates with you. One template for a data science profile for experienced people, and one for freshers, right? You may be thinking, my God, I don't know what to write and how to write or how to build my LinkedIn profile. Don't worry about that at all. We have a template. You can just fill in the blanks, and it's an absolutely done thing for you. You can prepare a killer LinkedIn profile in just 5 minutes for yourself. So you'll be given those templates, and you can work on them, and you can create a killer profile, and you can start dominating LinkedIn right now. Okay, but understand your profile is the most important part of it. Now here are 8 different things that are absolutely important, and there is a video that I did previously which wherein I'm sharing my screen with you, and I take you through what are the things that you need to make sure in your profile. And these are the 8 important things. There are different sections and various sections in your profile, and these are the most important one of them. So your profile picture, when people are scrolling through their feed, they only see your profile picture and read one sentence of your headline. So that means that these are the 2 absolutely important things in your profile. Make sure your profile picture is a professional picture, a headshot of yours. It should be a good quality. And then the second thing, which is a banner image, which is the large picture just behind your profile picture. Now that is a space which should be used to just give some hints about who you are, what you do, and what you want to do. Ideally, if you're looking for careers in data science, the profile should talk about something, give a little hint about the data science and your passions, okay? And as I already mentioned, the third thing is headline, because this is the only part that I see, and it should be telling me what you can do for me and why should I have you, right? Then comes the about me section, which is something that I call summary. The summary is very important, because if I'm interested to know more about you, I would come to your summary and I would read that, okay, what you can do and how good are you and what is the experience and everything that you have. Make sure your privacy settings are set to public, so that even the people who are not connected with you can see all the information about you. You can also, you need to make sure that the your link, the personal profile link, is there. You can add it. LinkedIn gives that opportunity, meaning if I type by certain keywords or if I type by your name, your profile should pop up in the search results. If it's not there, you have not personalized it, it will be very difficult. The last and the most important part of your profile is going to be your skills and endorsements, right? So you can highlight the skills that you have, and you can highlight the endorsements that you've received from different people. There's another interesting part in a LinkedIn profile, which is a featured article or summary. I mean, you can create a PPT about what you've done. You can create a portfolio or a GitHub account, and you can highlight that right in front of the LinkedIn profile. And in the career services in the coming weeks, we will take you through how to build an awesome portfolio which highlights your skills as a data science professional. And you can just click that and you can attach it to your profile. So if I'm as a recruiter and coming to your profile, I can simply click on it and I can see your portfolio. So you can show a lot of stuff in your profile, and these are the 8 things which are very important. And once you build it, our career services team will review it and will help you optimize it on a weekly basis. We do have this practice wherein my career services team is going to call you every week and check your LinkedIn profile and suggest the improvements for you. Right, so don't worry about the details at the moment. Don't think that, okay, oh my God, this is too much and I'll not be able to do it. You can take those baby steps in the beginning, and then the career services team is going to help you on that. Okay, now moving to the next section. Once you have built the profile, what you need to do, you need to engage with people. You see, relationship building, as we say, is a long-term, thing. It takes time, it takes efforts. What do you do? How do you build relationship? So in your feed, you will be seeing a lot of people writing something, whatever post is coming in, they like something, they shared a video, they shared an article or something. What you need to do, you need to engage with them. How do you engage? You leave a thoughtful comment on their post, right? You add value. You don't sell yourself. You don't ask for a job. You simply read that post and accordingly you leave a thoughtful comment on their post. And you need to remember that you're building an image for yourself. So that comment will give the interviewer or the recruiter, whoever is reading your comment, an idea about who you are and how do you think. So think before you write that comment. And the general thumb up rule is that you need to leave a thoughtful comment and need to add value. The engagement that I'm talking about, you can do with the people who are commenting on your posts. You can also engage with your feed and the audience. You can also search content and people based on certain keywords, and you can engage with them. And how to do that? There's a video that I've done, and we'll be sharing that link with you, wherein I'm showing you how to search for relevant people. The job providers or the HR people or the vice president, which I call your target audience and target customers, target group, how to find those people and then how to engage with them and how to grow your network. Right. The idea of this entire program is that in next 2 months, 2.5 months, you should be able to add about 200 to 300 target audience, which is the future employers, into your network, and build relationships with them so that by the end of the program, these people know you and they already have presented some job or internship offers for you, right? So engagement is the next step after you build your profile. The next step is to create content. You gotta be letting people know what you think and who you are. So you can write a post, you can share a presentation, you can share a PDF, you can share a project that you've done, you can write something. The objective of writing is should be three. You are either inspiring them to do something good and awesome, you're entertaining them, making them have fun a little bit, or you can educate them about some certain topic, or maybe about what you're doing and who you are. Remember, always remember that you cannot be boring, you have to mix the content. So keep it personal, tell a story, make sure that your content is engaging and emotional, and there's a call to action, meaning once you have posted something, you ask people to do something on that post, right? That's very important. If they are not asked to take an action, then they will not take an action. Now, once again, on this topic also, how to create a content, I have created a video wherein there is a lot of posts that I am decoding, wherein I have taken you through by sharing my screen, that how to create content which engages people, and what is the art of storytelling, how you can showcase what you already know, right? So career services team will be sharing that with you once again with you, and you can learn from that to create content. And don't worry, this thing takes time to showcase and present yourself. Every week, our career services team is going to get in touch with you, talk to you, and if you have questions, and they can help you answer those questions and help you grow along the journey. Rome was not built in a day. Every good thing takes a time. Don't worry, you take baby steps right now, and this is going to be a good beginning for you. Okay, now, I already talked about it. So finding and researching, reaching out to your target group is the most important, and you need to use the search filters effectively. We have a video on it, and that video will be shared with you shortly, and you can use that video to understand and learn how you are finding and reaching out to your target group. All right, engaging with people who do not matter to you is a waste of time. You should be reaching out and engaging with people who matter to you. Okay, perfect. So now these are the three things. As I have been mentioning all throughout this presentation, that you will be given ready-made templates to build your profile. So don't worry, you can just fill up the blanks over there and your profile will be ready. Once you do that, share your profile link with the career services team in the group that you are part of. And the another thing that will be given to you is recorded videos with detailed instructions on various topics that you need. For example, how to create a content, how to update a profile, how to engage with people, how to search for right target customers, and how to send messages and add these people to your network. So there's a video, and those videos will be shared with you shortly after this presentation. And last but not the least, our team at Career Services will get in touch with you every week to help and answer your questions. Okay, they'll call you up one by one, and they will help you, assist you, and coach you and guide you in growing your network and showcasing whatever you're learning during this program the best way possible to the world, to the people who matter, so that you get the job, right? And if that's not enough, anytime you have something, you require any help or need any support, reach out to us on these two email addresses. As I said, careerservices@decodr.in or support@decodr.in. Mention your enrollment ID, the batch date or batch number, and write down the query. They will respond to you as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. So I hope that this talk, this presentation, and this session was helpful, and you learned quite a few things out of this. I'm really very sure that you're going to go out and apply the learnings. The recorded video of this training will be available, will be provided to you, so you can watch it later on, make your notes, and follow the instructions that Career Services team is going to give you. I, Sam Besla, wish you a very, very great career ahead, and we will be interacting again every 2 weeks or so. When you have questions, we'll be having those sessions with you. And I would love to have you grow with us, get the careers that you always wanted. The thing is that if you work hard, we're here and willing to work harder than you. Okay, so once again, thank you very much, and you have a great day.